Good Thursday morning, everyone. Hope everyone's having a blessed day thus far. Good to see some sunshine. Um, Temperatures up in the 60s. It's definitely been a quick turnaround here from being covered in snow to walking around in t-shirts. But um, thankful for another day of life and thankful for God's provision. But want to share today's devotion from Brother TJ's message on Sunday, the new series he started, The Battle of the Mind. And I've entitled mine, which comes from his first point, The Power of Perception. Um, and I like this picture here. You got a cat with the shadow and a big line in behind it, and kind of goes along with my thoughts from Sunday morning with the message. But the scripture was coming from 1 Corinthians 2:14. It says, "But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judges all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. For who hath known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ." And when reading those verses, my first thought was to go back to the last series, which Pastor did on Job, and we talked about Job's friends that came, and the three of them, and even Job's wife, and sharing their um, opinions for what Job was going through, and I think that's true of the world in which we live in. You know, if you take the time and look at the value of your words, or even the words that people pour in you, especially when you're seeking, decisions and making decisions, you'll get people who want to come up and say, "Well, if I was you, I would," or "If I was in your shoes, I'd do this." And you know, that's good. But one, they're not in your shoes and they're not you. And so we have to be very careful about what we allow to come into our mind. There's people who want to do well. There's a lot of people who mean well. Um, you know, but we got to be careful of who we're allowing to pour into our lives. We got to be careful of who we're allowing to influence us. Who are we walking with? Who are we, even if they're not talking to us, but we hear them talk. The devil's constantly looking for cracks. He's looking for back doors, whatever it might be, ways to get into our minds that he can influence decisions in which we make. And so um, it's very important. And even the scripture here in Proverbs 13:20, it says, "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise." Um, and so getting opinions from others is a great thing. Getting godly advice from friends, um, that is a great thing. But we got to make sure that they are seeking wisdom, and not just giving you knowledge, worldly knowledge, carnal knowledge, even in its best intentions, um, is not going to be godly knowledge, is not going to be, godly plans, because sometimes the things of God don't make sense in our flesh, but God sees the big picture. And so the opposite of that, or the alternative to that, is he that walks with the wise shall be wise. So he that walks with fools shall be a fool. Um, and so the second part of that says, "But a companion of fools shall be destroyed." And so when we look at the power of perception, and TJ was putting on the different pairs of glasses and stuff, and it goes back to the picture I shared at the beginning with the cat. You know, um, Make sure that as you're seeking, well, first of all, make sure, number one, little decisions, big decisions, we're seeking God's plan. We're seeking God's will, His way in our life. And two, make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who are going to give you godly wisdom, who's going to pour, you know, um, the things of God in to you. Because a lot of people that want to say, "Well, if I was you, I would do this," um, that may not be God's plan for your life. And so, number one, always seek the things of God. Make sure that you're filling your mind with the things of Christ. Stay in Scripture. Stay in prayer. I've said it uh, hundreds of times, but garbage in, garbage out. And if you're pouring in and you spend your life on the social media and everything else, well, I just want to see what everybody's doing. Okay, that's fine. Not um, teaching against social media or anything else, but you have to be very careful because people's opinions will influence you and your decisions, and you'll long to be like that person, or you'll the devil can use that in various ways. So just make sure that you're seeking the things of God, that you're allowing God and His way to influence your mind, so that that can settle into your heart, and that we can walk in the ways of the Lord. So, pray you got something out of this. Pray you have a blessed day, and we love you guys.